Hello and welcome back. Today we're playing Izzet Elementals, which just finished first place at the most recent Standard Challenge event, going 8-1. Quite the record. Turns out the Eddie Mark Crab is an elemental, which pairs pretty well with Sunder Flock, costing X less to cast, for X the greatest mana value among elementals you control, like a 7, make it a 2 mana 5/5 flyer, and return all non-elementals back to their hands. Very nice pseudo board wipe effect. Hearth Elemental is another elemental already in standards. We don't even have to play the LORWYN Eclipsed elementals. This is a 6 mana 4/5. Again, it gets cheaper for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. You can also pay 2, discard your hand, draw 2 cards. So we have a couple elementals in here to discount the Sunder Flock, and the rest of it is kind of, classic Eddie Merc Crab, Tolarian Terror type discount things. 4 ops, 4 sleight of hands, 1 bounce off and 1 to the Flood Maul. I cut a Flood Maul and to drag in I think a Pyroclasm for the sideboard, and I cut an extra spell snare to bring in a Soul Guide Lantern for best of 1. I think that's fine. Some Burst Lightnings, some Seer for the big creatures. We also have 2 copies of Ashling Rekindled. Enter, discard a card, draw a card. You can flip it and ramp, but the ramp's a little bit awkward because you don't always want to slam Crab on your own turn. It's often better to cast it on your opponent's turn to tap something down, but you can ramp on, into potentially something pretty good on turn 3 or 4. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll do some ranked Mythic Standard on Edit as usual. I think top 500 or so Mythic. Have some fun with it. I'm back in my home. If you can't tell, we have returned from the West Coast.
You got a quest.
Which is nice. It's nice to be back.
You'll get a reward.
Though I have no water. The water in my house has disappeared, so there's no showering for the time being. I feel like it's fixed. 1 lander. Probably cannot keep this, sadly. 1 damage to each creature. I don't know about that. 2 lander. Alright, we'll figure this out. I guess. Huh. Crab is good. I guess we could keep the elemental just in case we need the discard. We shall see. I like the crab better in general, but I might get down to 1 card and actually need a little reload. Discard the Sunder Flock. Mockingbird onto nothing. Okay. Planning to ignore that. Mirror. Alright. Still planning to ignore that. Another one. Okay. Next land is alright, I guess. How important is that even in this deck, though? It's really not that important. I might bottom that for now. Another land, anyway. Feels like we just gotta keep hitting instant sorceries. Get that discount down. Mockingbird copies the Mockingbird. Very rewarding stuff. Here's instance. Okay. Well, we have an answer to Kaito, unless they plus. Are we gonna get a better Burst Lightning target here? Probably not. Here comes Kaito. Alright. I guess we'll Burst Lightning this guy. Because we can. Have to Seer on our turn. Hopefully they 0. And they do not +1.
Don't worry, Pom-Pom-chan. I've got this.
Depends if they know the list. If they study recent tournament results, they would know that Dr. Ruckus is playing Izzet Elementals today. They're thinking about it, though. He's not just slamming 0. He is slamming 0. Alright, we'll take it.
Now I know your weakness.
0 mana, draw a card. Alright, we gotta eliminate that immediately. 4 damage to our creature or planeswalker. Good job, Seer.
There's gotta be another way out.
And we can actually cast the elemental now, which is great. That gets us closer to Sunder Flock. Although Mockingbird can copy Sunder Flock. Would bounce our stuff, but we'll give them a 5/5. He's got 4 mana open. That's a little unfortunate. It's probably just Flash Cat, though, right? I guess we're still doing this. We'll see what happens here. It's a 4/5. Good blocker. Tide Binder. Okay. Not super scary. Tap land. Pass to us. Probably want to grab on their turn, I think. I guess they could go for a Tidebind double block. I don't really know what they're doing here. I think we are going to go for the stack, though. Eats it. So we could upkeep Stomp, force him to spend mana. That would tap down the Sanctuary, which is interesting. They'd only have 4 mana this turn. Would give away the bit, though. How good is that? I think we'll let them try to go to attacks first. I don't know if they'll need that extra mana or not. If they could go land Reef. Nah, they're not. Well, we'll see what happens here. Trigger on the stack. Tidebind on the trigger. Power up the Reef in response. That is alright with me. Mill 4 is actually very good for us as well. Okay, this is not so bad a place to be. 1 mana elemental. We might save that for a reload. I mean, we can bounce everything, just kill the Sanctuary or something. I mean, this is a heck of a board state for the opponent to deal with here. Save the Seer. If we really empty our hand, we can take the Elemental and discard 0 and draw 2. Alright, a nice start to the day. Very good. Opponent didn't have an amazing hand, though. We could have gotten punished with the Flash Cat there at some point. Did not appear to have it. Also, Seer was great. I felt like they were really thinking about doing the +1. They didn't just take the immediate draw. And that could have been a lot worse for us, potentially, had they known the deck list. Alright, so we move on to game number 2 here. Someone asked me the other day about what the best deck is to build versus control. If you don't want to play Burn, you don't want to play something. I forget what the other answer was, though. And someone responded, you should play Dimir. And I think that's correct, too. I think I was thinking that, and then I kind of spaced out and forgot. We're on the draw. This is okay enough. Ashling can maybe do some draw discards. Spell Snare pretty good on the draw. Alright. Although I don't know what's we're going to smell Stare here unless they're a Simic. I guess we'll counter that. Great. Beautiful Spell Snare. Well, actually, just for fun, although flipping it is not so productive. We have a lot of blue. I guess we can dump. Yeah, we'll dump an island here. Only spend the time to cast spells with mana value 4 or greater. Alright, we're doing the whole Boomerang Basics thing. It's a lot of otters. Don't think we're doing that yet. What are we doing this turn? Sleight of hand and bounce off, maybe? I think we're declining. We could bounce both of these things here. Get the elemental down from 5, 4, 3 down to 2. That could be okay. We're sitting on stock up 2. That could be okay. Riddle for 2, not that scary yet. Trample and Haste. Draw a card. Okay. Still not the end of the world. Double stock up. Again, does not feel like we're doing this. 2 mana value, 1 color, only to cast spells mana value 4 or greater. I don't think that's it, man. Let's go play this first. Take a stock up. Fire magic, seer, land. I mean, we could hit land, although I don't even know if that's that necessary, to be honest. Just like an opt, maybe? They're gonna play the big guy next turn, I guess. I don't know if we're ever gonna really want to discard our hand at this point. With stock up and opt, I think we're just trying to turn the corner. Get some expensive beaters down. Alright. It's a 4/6. Another elemental, okay. Seems like we will likely cast the next elemental here. I think this is probably okay this turn. That's some red mana. Crab looking good. We already have land for turn. I don't know if Pyroclasm's that good unless they play mortality stuff. I guess we'll just take Burst Lightning, maybe try to burn him out here. Land for turn. Play a cheap elemental. Don't think we need to opt yet. I guess we can attack with this and Burst Lightning the guy. That's pretty good. Cool. Works for me. Big blocker down. Not bad. Crab on the way. It's a big boy. Get in for 9 if we tap it down now. 1 mana open. We get the mana, we'll take blue. Go ahead and take the flip here. Discard a card, draw a card. Let it Burst Lightning. We can just run back the same play, I guess. Means we lose the crab mana, but that's okay, basically. Unless we draw something we really want to cast here. Not that. Okay. Let's run back the same play, see what they want to do. You can see the Ashling Man is a little bit awkward. Like, I'm not even sure I want to cast the crab on our own turn. I'm just going to opt in response. That is okay with me. We get the scoop. Little do they know. Crab ready to go as well. Maybe we should have turned the corner earlier. For a while I was waiting to see if we could get the greedy elemental draw, but probably a lot of the time you just never cast that. It's maybe unlikely you really empty your whole hand in a deck with 4 stock-ups. Like, off the top it's pretty good maybe, but maybe not worth trying to build towards that as a game plan. Isa Sasa. On the draw, looks acceptable. Lots of Izzet. Jeskai, okay. Different kind of game. Nothing to do here on 2. Okay. We could blow a fire magic at some point and just shove it in the graveyard. It's not that bad of a play. What are they really going to play here? I guess they could have something useful at some point. I don't know. Maybe we blow it this turn. I guess the elemental down from 6 to 5. Floodmaw something down to 4. Could cast it next turn if we just blow 2 instants right here. Hold on again. Gosh, I guess we could use it still. It's not so good. Not a very synergistic hand, I would say. Floodmaw Bounce, maybe the worst card here. Fire Magic could actually kill some Jeskai Revelation tokens. It could kill a 3/1 flanker. It's also easier to cast from hand if we want to force the discount. I guess now we're holding it for Jeskai Revelation, but this is pretty awkward. Take it. Cast it. Yeah. Land is really not that bad. We can take this guy. I guess they're going to Revelation soon. I think it's probably worth it. I guess if they're going to Jeskai Revelation, we could bend the snare. So that would counter like Get Lost or something. Okay. Everything's looking cheap, but opponent has gotten to chill here. Ashton's Command. Draw 2, create 2 treasure tokens. Kindred Instant. That's interesting. This is not what we expected here. So this is not just normal Jeskai Revelation. Blue and red. Probably need a little more blue here, I guess. It's tapped. A breed. Alright, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Seer not quite big enough, left to discard to hand size. If we resolve the crab now, it won't get countered. And we also don't have to discard hand size. Untap and hit us pretty hard. I guess we're discarding hand size here. I don't know if we need fire magic anymore. I still think they might have Jeskai Revelation though. I think we're gonna bin the Seer. Like I think most of their stuff will have 5 toughness. Like a Beza would still have 5 toughness. Well, we'll give this a go. It does not feel likely it's gonna survive, but yup, countered. Elemental, crab, and bounce off. Okay. I don't really play the crab pre-combat. I think pre-combat crab into a sweeper is kind of bad, even with bounce off. Next spell you cast cannot be countered. That's interesting. Get lost. Yeah, it's probably worth the bounce off, I guess. That might blow a No More Lies here too, which would be totally okay with. Well, we might go for the pre-combat crab now. Counter it again. Take 4. I don't think we need that one. I think Thunderflock is actually okay. If we can actually resolve it. I don't think I want to go any harder than that. We might actually take the elemental draw next turn. We could just burst lightning face here. Helix there for... Alright, that's not so bad. They're getting close to being out of cards. I think that's all okay with me. Means they're not going to sweep, I guess. Land is also great. Hell kites, sure. Okay, you got it. Face is fine. I think we're going to go for the Hearth Elemental if we can. Crab. Yeah, we can still go for it. I think it's worth it. No land, but that's a big draw. Go to 6. Okay. When it goes to 4, we try this. Could still have Jeskai Revelation. Nope. Harangue for 4. No Ultima. Okay. They finally get the Revelation. Bounce 1, go to 4. They go up 4. They get 2 blockers here. Both blocks drop to 3. How hard are we going? How hard do you want to go here? I think 1 is still fine. I don't think we need to do more than that. We could also go look for Burst Lightning. That is something else we could do. I think we're sitting here. I also wonder if they just have Jessica Revelation go face. Or even Lightning Helix go face also does it. No max hand size. That's an interesting start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. They scoop. We actually get the win. That was a bizarre game because our opening hand had no facilitators. I don't know what it had. A Burst Lightning and a Seer and then all big stuff, something like that. But we had a very slow start. Couldn't punish the opponent before they got to 7 mana. Also didn't really know what they were doing.
What an adventure. You're well on your way to being a great planeswalker.
Didn't know if they were true Jeskai control. The random dragon came down. Wasn't sure what to make of that. Undefeated on the day so far. On the play. Looks great. We'll keep this. We have some facilitators. We got some draw discard. It's all good with me. Land or opt. Next turn we're going to Kindle, discard a card. I guess we can take the opt then. And discard the opt. Yeah. I'll try that. Shock. So that's Spell Snare then, right? I think that's all you shock for. I don't know if we have to go Ashling here anymore. Could go opt instead. I don't know what else you really shock for. Yeah, we'll take land, I guess, now. That's kind of weird. It's either Spell Snare or you know, Kindling Hex, whatever the destroy creature with power 2 or less is. Tiny Bones, discard a card. That's all right. I think maybe either the Elemental or the Rekindled. Elemental's about to be 3 mana. I guess we can drop Rekindled here. We'll go turn 3 stock up, then we could go turn 4 Elemental. Well, it's decides to go with the talent. Okay. Got Seer showing up. Just dropping the stock up. Feels like we mostly just want opt and sleight of hand, I think. We'll hit the next lands as they come. Alright, Boomerang Basics. I have to discard something anyway. It's alright. I think we can bin the Seer. Keep the cheap stuff? Yeah, I think it's okay. Fire Magic's great as well. Okay, that's gonna be really good against them. Let's see if we can hit a land here first. No. I guess Spell Snare's... Yeah, I'll take the opt. We could push for one more land. It's not bad. We could still play the Elemental. I think that's okay. I guess we have to, actually. Yeah, it's one more land. That's great. We'll keep that. Alright, sitting with a 4-5. Got an opt. Sun is coming through the shades. Shock. No problem. I think we'll just discard the Fire Magic. It would get through a Shelter by Ghosts. But I think we'll just try to opt into... We'll Okay. Another threat. It's good. It's a threat. It's double blue, but still pretty good. Stock up again. We could go get one more blue source. A little bit greedy, but I'm here for it. Blue source, plus another threat, I think is fine. Okay, great. Fine by me. We got big chunkers coming. Tap land. They probably have the 3-mana flash 2/3 that draws a card every time an enchantment comes down. It's gonna be Aang instead, okay. Mill a card and lose a life. It costs 0 though, which is fun. So we can just replay it. I've made this mistake before. This happened to me recently. You guys saw this happen. Nah, it's all good, dude. I've done the same thing. I guess we flock and return it. It's not even that bad. And then we'll re-crab again. It's just a lot of pressure. Opponent goes to 7 with next crab on the way. Very nice. Continuing the undefeated streak. 337 Mythic.
What an adventure. You're well on your way to being a great planeswalker.
Charles Fort says, hey, I always wanted to ask, why do you never use parallax or alt arts on your cards? Thanks. Do I have alt arts? Some of them look ugly. Some of them I actually want to stay away from. I don't have a strong opinion about that. On the draw, this is good enough. Good enough for sure. Alright, first mono red opponent. Probably just want to zap this thing. Should be able to wait, right? 3 mana. See if they play anything else better. Right, I guess that one can go. That's nice. Okay, we could take that and opt here. Or we could save it even, which might be good as well. Slick shot, okay. That's fine. Let's see if we can hit land, I think, here first, instead of searing. Sear's not bad. They only have 2 cards left. If we just go for the sear, we only take 2. And we still have fire magic to follow up. That might be better. I think that's actually just better here. As tempting as it is. Go to 14. We hit next land anyway. I think we want to fire magic before giving them the draw discard. So we can start with a sleight of hand. About to cast 3 of these, drop the crab down to 2. I think we just take the next crab then. Do we give him the draw discard? I think we are. We'll take our opt here. It's a good card. We don't really need it at this stage of the game though. Okay, I think... yeah, this is fine actually. Let's see if we can get anything else fire magic. We can always respond with... Maybe they tap out for this. I think it's okay. Can't double spell anyway. So we'll just sit on a lone crab. Okay. Tap this guy down. Yeah, balance it, hold next crab. I think that's pretty good. It's gonna about do it. Shock on blue. You technically just wait here. In case they have a post-combat blocking creature, but I think it's gonna about do it. I don't think we need to stock up. We could, just to be safe. Sweets. Doing pretty well today, I would say.
What an adventure. You're well on your way to being a great planeswalker.
I feel like I just answered this question yesterday. Leedy FGC says, have you ever tried to brew a deck yourself? Yes, of course. I'm currently brewing a few. I get that meta is improving, but to see everyone play the exact same thing as someone else getting boring, I want to see some innovation, some creativity. You're in luck, my friend, because I'm generally the first person to play new decks at a tournaments. So then everyone else gets to be repetitive for you. We'll keep this. It's green on the draw. Okay. Yeah, I've already beaten that horse to death, though. I don't need to explain that again. I'm happy to. I just don't want to bore audience. This is not good. Put a +1 counter on target creature. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, double the number of +1 counters on target creature. I think I'm too sleepy to process that, but I feel like this thing is going to be a good chunk of damage. Put a +1 counter on it. Whenever this creature attacks while saddled, double the number of +1 counters on it. Okay. Okay. Ashling, we discard a snare. Brings the hearth down to 4. We can cast it next turn. That's not that good, though. We ultimately need to get to crab. That's, I think, where we need to be going. This thing's gonna grow very fast. Maybe Ashling's okay, but it doesn't do everything, I would say. Alright, we'll discard the snare. So we could flimp and play an elemental. It's a problem too, dude. That's a problem too. They're coming fast. We need the crab. We need a series of crabs. +1 counter there. It's a 6/6 now. Double, now it's a 12/12. Okay. 10/10. Double counters, not power. I mean, sure. This will give us 4 mana, then we can opt still, but it's a shock to opt as well. That's not great. I guess we get mountain. Not great. We're like almost just dead here. I guess we'll make red because we're gonna Fourth Elemental. We can still opt first. Just messaging me. Don't need you. That's a good card. Alright, that could get us out of this. If we live one more turn. No attacks. Hold on. Just text me. This is the deck that's going to beat us. A Roboroid. Alright, this is actually all survivable. But we need the Hearth Elemental is our problem. Let's see if they can put on lethal pressure here. Oh, it's got haste too? Yeah, we might just be dead here. Oh, that sucks. What a shitty deck. Alright, so we take this, and then we take whatever the rest of it is. Damn, one turn off. This is the deck. This is how we lose our undefeated streak. We needed one more turn on the play to Sunderflock, and then that would have been game. Alright, the fucking ornery elemental is how we lose. Ornery tumbleweed, tumblewagon.
What an adventure. You're well on your way to being a great planeswalker.
Goha says, judging by your wristband, you either went to the hospital or a carnival. Hope it was fun either way. Neither. It was a Airbnb tag to, I guess they can identify who's allowed into the property or not. We'll keep this. Definitely not that. I just muted you, man. Why you gotta be like that? I don't really know how to mute this phone. My phone died too. Everything is broken these days. I think we sit on the fire magic, right? Are they really gonna play? No, I guess we do this first. We could do a turn 3 fire magic as well. Seer for Kaito could actually be pretty useful. Let's take that. Turn 3 fire magic could be exceptionally good. Looking better by the second. They got blue as... Oh, blue and white flyers maybe. Okay. Fine. We'll still slide a hand here. We could still fire magic this turn if we really wanted to. Another seer, I suppose. I don't think we really need a lantern so much. Alright, what do we got? Are we doing the thing? No, we're not doing the thing. Okay. Well, we want to do it this next turn, I think. First lightning. Okay. Huh. Guess we're doing this now, then. Well, we can do it. It doesn't matter how we do this. We're going to sear this thing as well, I guess. I guess we could burst lightning instead. Two damage each thing. Yeah, okay. At least start here. And then if we want seer, it's just a little more efficient to throw it out now. Blue-white flyers. Blue-white fairies? I think we're going to blow the more expensive spell. I don't even know if they have Kaito, you know? Okay, that's interesting. Maybe not that bad for us, to be honest. I think we'll still stock up. Crab's gonna be good for us. And then I think we just take the elemental. Yeah, I guess so. Spellsphere's not bad. We'll hold open a shock. I think that's fine. The burst lightning, rather. I guess they're probably going to throw down another Glen Elendra here, is my guess. Which is fine by us. We'll elemental once on our turn. And then crab once on their turn. At least that was the plan. We could shock to get under a 2-mana counter spell. It's maybe actually worth it. They definitely could run the fairy counter spell. Yeah, I think we'll do this pre-combat. Definitely have another Glen Elendra. I think we'll do this pre-combat here. Hard counter. Alright, draw discard. Want to play and ball? Can we afford elemental or do we have to just sear here? I kind of think we... Oh, I'm sorry, we can sear on their turn. Yeah, we'll do it that way. We could also play the other elemental. to not waste mana, but we'll do it like this. The land is not so bad. Any cats? Go for the Seer. Alendra. Move the thing. Counter, they're putting on tempo pressure. They're doing the thing they need to do. Definitely working out for them. I think you want to stock up into the next crab. Otherwise, I think we're kind of toast. We could tap out to kill the Alendra with Burst Lightning. Or we need the crab. There's not a whole lot in between. Or we need the Sunderflock. That's even not that great either. Could just Burst Lightning the Alendra now. It's a slow clock on their side. They only have one card in hand. I think this could be worth it here. Alright, they're only dealing 2 per turn. They have starting time. They can sack High Noon, though. Yeah, I mean, we could have gone stock up, look for Crab. I mean, we're close to dead. One more attack, and we're just dead off the High Noon. Yeah, they touched the High Noon. They are reading the card. So now we have to interact with Aang, which is okay. We can bounce it off. Play the Elemental, I guess. Alright, so that is game. Because now we can bounce one but not both, and they just sack High Noon and go for victory. So, yeah, we tried. That's game. I know it's game. Hit for 2. Sack High Noon. Touch High Noon. Sack High Noon. Deal 5. Fair's fair. Only got it. Decent tempo. Alright, probably got one more game here. This is some good unedited Magic, though, right? Come on. This is pretty good. This is pretty good gameplay. We don't need to cut that.
You're well on your way to being a great planeswalker.
This feels like some fair Magic here. We want a good amount. Sometimes you're going to lose. It's okay. The Dreadnought Mega. On the draw, last game of the day, potentially. We got some good options here. I'm here for it. What's going on, buddy? Tango says, when you cast stock up in the Just K video and didn't take Rest in Peace, I was screaming, he can't keep getting away with this. What is that from? What? It's from an anime, right? Shit, what is that from? I don't remember what that's. I'll have to look that up. I like that quote. Simic. Alright, I think we'll hold a... I guess we don't have to hold Burst Lightning, do we? We could take the turn to sleight of hand here. Ashling actually maybe seems helpful. Hit land if we have time. Weaver, okay. So they could go right into a Roboride, but we could sear that. So I think we can chill here. And figure out if we want to Pyroclasm or sear or whatever. Looks like a Pyroclasm so far. That's it though, that's pretty interesting. Attack, huh, what does that mean? A counterspell for the last two? Definitely no Aurora. I think we'll still go for the Clasm here. We could have a counterspell. That's pretty weird. Yeah, that's okay. They're gonna Roboid, they're gonna Roboid anyway. Let's go ahead and take this guy out. Okay. 4 mana. Shock, 5 mana. Huh. Okay. I think we just want stock up here. We could even get our way to a fire magic. What else do you flash in? They have 2 different counterspells in hand? A Detect Intrusion and something else? Also, I guess we really want to Burst Lightning the Cub, or try to. We could do an upkeep stop though. Maybe that's what we do here. Maybe that's the play actually. Upkeep stop, kill the Cub. Not perfect. I do want to know what they got here though. They're gonna Meringue for 4? Okay. I don't think you... Is there usually one of those in this deck? I feel like not usually. Alright, upkeep stomp. I hope they don't have more instants. No, they don't. Okay. Let's see what else we got. It's alright. We hopefully have an answer for that. See if they have one more counterspell. They don't. Alright. Holding on. Flood Maw. How are we doing on spells down here? We got a lot of spells. I think we're just digging for something juicy. We get a whiff. I think another stock up and I guess a land. What else are we gonna do this turn? Flood Maw someone? Flood Maw and a Roboid is okay. It's not great. Let's just opt. Yeah, maybe Flood Maw and the Roboid is worth it though. I think we're going lower with blue here. Just in case we need it. Riddler, not a great one to bounce. I mean, we might need to bounce it just for tempo. Just because we're going to take a lot of damage. We really want to stock up into something good here. We need that pretty bad. Man, another kind of a whiff here. Take the Elemental, but it's not great. Already have land in hand. I guess we'll take these guys. 1 mana Elemental on red. Need desperately some crabs to show up. It's got to be crab off the top all the way down. We could do it. We got to stock up. We definitely stock up into some crabs. Even the Thunderflock would be good. Like, we definitely can get from here to victory. We need just a single thing to go right. And hopefully they're out of counterspells too. Just one Detect Intrusion. Let's see. What if we're running best of one? Best of one. Simic Oroboroid. There is a Meringue. And 1 Detect Intrusion, potentially 2 bounce-offs. Plus we always have the Crater Hoof issue. Riddler returns. Draw a card. But if they're out of counterspells, that's good for us. Alright, here we go. Opt our way to victory. Sunderflock. I think we keep that. Crab as well. Man, you really want to stock up into that next land. I think we can do it. Or we can just flock and play the crab. That's probably even better, I guess. Alright, here we go. From here to victory. You got a second counterspell? No. Here we go. Forward to the face, opponent's only got 4 mana, down to 14. Very close to victory here. We exactly lethal if we can navigate this. Elf for 1, you got it. Totally fine lethal here. Weaver for 2, you got it. Okay. No stick yet. Another counterspell, all tapped out though. Sunderflock for lethal. Let's go. All right. Beaten up on Simic Oroboroid for final game of the day. And we get the scoop. Just wonderful. That was a great day in the arena. Ranked up from like 600 to 300. Good unintented gameplay. Mostly wins, some honest losses. Feeling pretty good about that. Yeah, this is a good one. It's fun. Yeah, we'll call it here. I don't got too many more things to say. If you enjoyed the video, you can like and subscribe and leave a comment. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.